Hi, welcome back to my channel. Last time we did the setup for the fan created scenario, The Collector, and today or this afternoon or tonight or wherever you are, this is going to be the first round. So just to clear up, because I was watching back on the video I did last time, it was a little bit unclear about the path here, the way the cards are connected. So just to clear up, we've got the museum lobby. From here, we can go to either the Hall of Prehistory, the Hall of Antiquity, or the Hall of the Exotic. We can go to these three locations. From these locations, we can actually travel back to the museum lobby from any of these three. Okay. It's only when we get to the Hall of Prehistory that we can travel to, okay, I'm making it confusing again, my goodness. Okay, so if we want to go from the museum lobby to the Hall of Prehistory, yeah, we can. And from there we can either go back to the museum lobby or we can go to the Hall of Antiquity. That's the only two ways you can go, this way or this way. Likewise, if we go to the Hall of Antiquity, either from the Hall of Prehistory or direct from the lobby, we can only go then back to the museum lobby. We can't go back to the Hall of Prehistory. We could go to the Hall of the Exotic. Okay, and then likewise again, if we get to the Hall of the Exotic from either this way or from this way, we can only either go back to the museum lobby or we can travel to the storeroom. The storeroom then either goes back to the Hall of the Exotic or goes to the curator's office. And the curator's office only goes back to the storeroom. Yay! Yeah, that was as clear as mud, but anyway, I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go along. So I got, to be honest, I got more views on the last video than I thought. Surprisingly, I mean, not a great amount. We're not talking sort of PewDiePie quantities here, but I was impressed for considering I'm just a nobody and just randomly churning out stuff on a not so regular basis. However, I didn't get any comments or suggestions, so I have decided that I will decide myself. So that's what I'm doing. So if we go back to Wendy, I'm not going to take a mulligan. I'm going to keep her 5 cards, and also I'm going to keep Roland's 5 cards as well. I'm happy with what they are. There's nothing else really I want to look at. So we will now begin with agenda number 1, a night at the museum. Or night at the museum. Something dear to my family has been taken from me. Miss Devereaux's penetrating eyes held yours. I know it's not your usual line of work, but surely it's not stealing if it was stolen in the first place. Recover this item from the McLennan Private Institute for Esoteric History, and you shall be rewarded most handsomely. Fair enough. Sounds like a job for us, and that's got a doom threshold of 3. Let's focus. Act 1A. Cat burglary. The lobby of the McLennan Institute is cold and smells ancient and musty. The collection here is notorious in certain circles, but the security seems oddly lax. Victoria Devereaux has hired you to recover an item she claims has been stolen from her. An easy job or an obvious trap? Only one way to find out. And we have a shroud value of 3 times the investigators. Or 3 times the number of investigators. So in our case, Wendy, Roland, we've got a, sorry, not a shroud value, what am I talking about? A clue threshold of 6, 3 times the investigators 6. So we need 6 clues to advance the act. Get your act together, Mythos. Yeah, just give myself a little bit of a bollock in there. Now, we start in the museum lobby, and there we are. You may notice I'm using Gloomhaven stance because that's what I've got. So my first plan is investigator, round 1, phase 1, investigators. My first action, Wendy is going to be Roland is going to be the lead investigator. However, Wendy is going to go first on this round. Now, Wendy is going to, first of all, first action, she's going to play the leather coat. So that goes on board there. One action. Second action, because she's shite at fighting, we're going to play the baseball bat. And that will cost us 2 resources to play that. Third action, I tell you what we have forgot, because we're already making mistakes, we've only just bloody started. We turn over the museum lobby. The museum at night is eerily quiet. Time to get to work. Shroud value of 2, and there are 4 clues there. Let's get those clues out while I remember, before I forget anything else. You know, it's this is harder than it looks, you know. I mean, this sort of filming and doing. Oh, bloody hell! Now I've turned into Doom. Oh, the museum is falling to pieces. So, it's. There we go. I'm going to leave this one. I was thinking about restarting this recording again, but to be honest, I'm just going to leave it because this is just the stuff that happens. So we've got 4 clues on there. Now, it's got a shroud value of 2. Now, Wendy has got investigate of, what's she got? Investigate of 3. So, she is 1 above what she needs to do. She's taken 2 actions. We've played the baseball bat. We've played the leather coat. I think, I notice I've changed the bag. I've got a bag now rather than the yogurt pot of doom I had before. Let's see how we get on with that. So, I think we need to get some clues for sure. So I'm thinking we just try with the normal. Is there anything she can use? Can she use anything? Scavenging, but I don't really want to use that scavenging just to give it away to commit it. And Roland's really got nothing at all. Well, he has, but again, he probably used that himself. I mean, the evidence is pretty good if we defeat an enemy, we get a clue. So let's not just throw that away for no reason. Right, okay, Wendy is going to try into the chaos bag. And we need, at the moment we are +1. So it's a shroud value of 2. And we've got 3. What have we got? And we get a 0. So that's a good start. So Wendy's third action is to gain a clue. And we're on our way. Just to recap, Wendy's special abilities are, let's just try and get this so you can see it. When you reveal a chaos token, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Cancel that chaos token and return it to the bag. Reveal a new chaos token, limit once per test or ability. Okay, also the Elder Sign effect, if her amulet is in play, it's an automatic success. Okay, good. Roland, we played with last time Roland, so we pretty much know what his, oh was it Skids or no, we played Roland on Curse of Amulotep. After you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location, limit once per round. That's a pretty good one, I like that one. The Elder Sign effect is +1 for each clue on your location. Everything by the book, every I dotted, every T crossed. Yeah, it worked until now. Nice quote, Roland, nice quote. So that's Wendy's turn done. Let's now move on to Roland's turn. So, Roland will, first action, of course, we're going to get prepared. He's going to play his 38 special. So that is 3 clues for that. Okay, anything else you can play? We can't afford to play the guard dog, we haven't got enough. So let's go after some clues immediately. We haven't got a flashlight, nothing so. Okay, Roland again has got, or the same as Wendy, has got an investigator 3. So let's just go for that. So, museum lobby, we're both in there. He's used 1 action, second action, we're going to go. What have we got? Elder Sign. +1 for each clue on your location. Well, we've done it anyway, so we're fine. So we get another clue. Come on, clue. 1 clue. We only need 2 more. Sorry, we need 4 more. And Roland's next. Let's try that. Roland will investigate again. Let's not see the bag. Let's not see the bag. Let's just delve into here. Come on, come on. Maybe I'll go back to the yogurt pot. It seemed a bit easier. And we've got, oh, fantastic. Okay, let's just, we got the tablety, whatever the hell that is. So let's just spin that round and we can see that is a -3. If there's a Yithian enemy at your location, take 1 horror. There isn't, but it's still a fail, unfortunately. So we failed. So that is Roland's 3rd action. That's the end of the investigator phase. I didn't turn those around. We'll just do this for the sake of good order. So that's the end of the investigator phase. Now it's the enemy phase. There are no enemies. We know that. We've only just started. So we will now move to the upkeep phase. Wendy will draw 1 card, and it is Manual Dexterity, which is we can commit that to a skill test, gives us +2 on our agility, and if we succeed, we draw 1 card. Pretty handy. We'll also draw a resource, and Roland will draw medical texts. Okay, well that's quite handy as well. When we've already got the first aid, although we haven't got it in play yet. So medical texts, we can choose an investigator at our location, make an intelligence roll, and we'll either heal him or we'll damage him or her. So we'll put that there. And Roland also takes a resource, which will be quite handy because it means we can get the guard dog into play next turn. Okay, that's after my rambling introduction and trying to finally figure out what we're doing. That is the end of the first round. We'll pick it up at the next video, starting with round 2 and of course kicking off with the Mythos phase. Okay, hope to see you next time. Bye for now.